Well, school choice in Idaho just got choosier or choicier, whichever. This morning, Governor Brad Little changed the landscape of education in the Gem State by signing House Bill 93 into law. This has been a quest of certain lawmakers dating back to the 2019 session, but it really has picked up steam over the last three. And having been whittled from vouchers to savings accounts and now to tax credits. With the passage of the Parental Choice Tax Credit, families can claim up to $5,000 per child per year. Education spending returned and a rebate, even private school tuition. Today, reaction to what many supporters were expecting and what critics consider the governor going back on his word from the very first day of the session. Here's Joe Paris.
That means it is fair, responsible, transparent, and accountable.
Governor Brad Little set the stage in his Keeping Promises State of the State address.
Yeah, I came here with this commitment in my heart to make sure that every child has the opportunity for an excellent education.
Representative Wendy Horman co-sponsored the bill, a bill that passed out of committee on February 5th after critical questioning. Questions continued on the House floor.
A well-designed program would include a robust oversight and clear reporting and proper funding for enforcement, of which none of this bill provides.
How is it school choice when private schools get to selectively choose their students?
The people showed up with their thoughts on February 13th. A Senate committee heard the full pitch from co-sponsor Senator Lori Den Hartog.
No one school, no one system is going to be the exact right fit for every single child. And so having options and opportunities that families can access really it's powerful.
President Trump chimed in on social media as the proposal went through technical transmittal, an endorsement for Governor Little and the proposed school choice measure, even catching the bill sponsor by surprise.
It's not every day you have a president of the United States endorse your bill.
This bill is not the boogeyman.
February 19th marked the final decision day for lawmakers.
This bill isn't about school choice. It is simply cutting a blank check for a certain few using taxpayer dollars.
It passed, a narrow vote of 20-15. The final hurdle cleared on the run to the governor's desk.
The only part of what I said that I really agreed with was the price of it. There's not enough accountability in it. But to that mind, I don't think there's enough accountability in the money we give public schools either.
February 27th, the end of the road. A press release announced that governor was signing it into law. Representative Horman finding out only a short time before.
I got a phone call. I was down in House Education Committee presenting a bill.
A successful campaign that took years to complete, one that Representative Horman says can make a difference.
Elation. This is something I've worked on for so many years. I'm so excited for the families and the children that this will benefit in the state of Idaho, especially those of modest means.
Still, there are questions, ones that Representative Steve Birch has asked since the first committee hearing.
Very disappointed.
Concerns hang for critics of 93, worries about expansion, a runaway program.
Any dollar that winds up going to a private school or a religious school, whether it's in the form of a voucher or whether it's elected to go into the general fund, is one less dollar for public education.
Horman believes the program won't negatively impact public schools, something she keeps close to her heart.
So I have 30 years of supporting public schools. That's not going to change. We are still going to make investments in public schools in Idaho. And again, this money takes no money away at all from public schools.
Others wonder if the governor kept his promise, his outline for a successful program.
That it needed to be fair, it needed to provide accountability, responsibility, and transparency. By any definition of those four words, this bill does none of that. It's really a promise broken to the citizens of Idaho.
There's a lot of work to do to make sure that families are aware of this program and getting the word out about that. And so in one way, the work is just really beginning.
So when does the program start? Well, the application period will be next January, so January 2026. And Brian, it'll be for that tax year. So It does go sign into law today. The governor signed it this morning. It's not for this year. It's not for the tax credit this year. Next year, though, we'll have to start tracking it.
And it gives priority to lower income families first. My question to you is, do you think the governor's hands were tied by what he said during the State of State and that social media post by Donald Trump?
I can just tell you that there was certainly pressure on the governor's office. We tried to get an interview with him, and we'll highlight a little bit more about that later. But I know that there was a lot of factors pushing towards making a decision. The decision he did make today, no transmittal letter.
All right. Thanks, Joe.